Doge is going to change this country. And I think it's going to change it for a very long time to come, guys. Like, we are able to now kind of weed out the people that are not really doing things for our best interest. Okay. We can see them. It's loud and clear, guys. They're making it known. If you have an issue with Doge operating in the United States of America, it tells me, it makes me think at least, that you're taking some type of handout for doing some type of deal, with whoever is receiving the money. I'm guessing you're saying a screw in a chair is probably $10 million. $10,000 or whatever it is, guys. You get what I'm saying here? It sounds a little weird whenever I hear people like the naysayers, at least, guys. But either way, Elon Musk's paper trail, crooked lawmakers are getting nervous about Doge findings. I can imagine. This is a suggestion via a channel member, guys. Let's go and jump into this immediately. Here we go.
So my next guest is a passionate fighter on issues that, on so many issues. Just look at all the things he fights for. In fact, he's on just as many committees as he is passionate about all these issues. I want to bring in Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett.
All right, let's go.
Congressman Burchett, I want to start with today's meeting between President Trump and Vladimir Putin. Your thoughts on what we've heard so far?
Well, when you were talking about incredible egos, I thought you were talking about members of Congress, honestly. But I have a lot of faith in President Trump. I tend to like him. I've told people I don't want him teaching my daughter's Sunday school class, but dadgum, I like him running my country. He's just...
That's actually a very fair assessment. I think many people would probably say something similar.
But dadgum, I like him running my country. He's a straight up guy. I hear all this talk about rough talk and threatening, and he's always been just very kind to me. And we talk about issues, and he always has the answer. But if he doesn't, he gets right back to me. So yeah, I think he gets Putin. I mean, literally, the guy deals with Teamsters on a daily basis in New York City. I think he can handle Putin, and he gets it. He gets that ego, and he can handle him. And he is the right man in history to bring about peace. Honestly, that's not just... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I love the way he's just thrown traditional statescraft out the window because it does nothing.
Oh, yeah,
all these folks get together in these glitzy places, five-star hotels. They do the photo op after 3 days of whining and dining and come to an agreement to meet 6 months later. Nothing happens for anybody, the citizens, except the establishment and these elitists. They get to meet over and over again. Speaking of which, I want to ask you about...
That's actually a very fair assessment because I would definitely probably say that's the exact same theory I have come up with also. The establishment, in fact, is not trying to have anything actually done. This is the reason why nothing ever gets done. So I'm definitely glad Trump is in office doing as much as he possibly can within the short amount of time. Think about it. The amount of things that he has done in office up to right now, at least, would have taken a regular standard run-of-the-mill establishment president 8 years to accomplish, guys.
Doge, because it's got Washington, D.C. in a tizzy. I want to get your sense of how confident you are, just seeing what they've done so far, that maybe $1 trillion is within sight.
We need
I think it's incredibly in sight. But what I worry about is both parties. I think Washington's crooked as a dog's leg, and that in Washington, the money's going to come back to somewhere. You're going to see that paper trail, and I think that's when you're going to see. And I told Elon Musk this, and I told President Trump, I think you've got 100 and 150 days before members of both parties start pulling out on you. Because, Charles, it's going to start hitting close to home. Elon has a paper trail, and members are getting nervous. And that's why I don't think we're bringing any of these great findings to the floor of the House or the floor of the Senate, and nobody wants to, apparently, because they're afraid it's going to cut into their pocketbooks. And America better wake up and realize we've been given a gift. We have a chance to take our country back. $36 trillion in debt.
Speaking of cutting into pocketbooks, you introduced a bill to ban stock trading by members of Congress and their families. And recently you posted a question, guess whether it makes the floor or not. My audience loves that. I love it. I just when I see these folks in Congress doing 1 million trades, they're making a lot of money. They're trading. They have insider information. It's crazy to me that we allow this to exist. What's the likelihood of that's ever coming to fruition?
I'd say about a snowball's chance in hell has a better. It won't.
God, this man is like full of like colorful, like Southern idioms. I like him. He's intriguing. Now, guys, there is absolutely a service that you can kind of enter into where you can trade. Where you can basically follow the trades that the people of Congress are doing regularly. Nancy Pelosi's trade actions are definitely intriguing and definitely tend to make a little bit of income. Just a thought here. I'm not pointing any fingers.
I mean, Charles, listen. It used to be $11,000 portfolio. My buddy Tommy Siler manages for me. It's up to $13,000 portfolio. It's
All right.
a mutual fund. That's what everybody ought to be in. It's these people are not clairvoyant. Everybody wants to knock on Pelosi, and I knock on her too, but I don't
Right.
even think she's in the top 10
No,
of
she's
stock
not.
traders.
She's not.
You can go on these websites, Unusual Whales, you can trace it. Let's be honest, we're going to talk real tough. We'll go home to our Reagan Day dinners, and I'm sure the Democrats go to their Truman Day dinners, and they talk real tough. Then they come right back up to Washington, and they get fat and sassy. That's exactly what
Fat and
happens.
sassy.
And America needs to wake up again. I'd call my legislators and say, "Where are you at on this issue? We should make a sacrifice to be in Congress. It's an incredible honor. More people have played in the dadgum major leagues than have been elected to the United States Congress, and we need to start treating it as that.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be a vacation home. It should be a place where we make this country a better place. And America does not trust Congress for good reason.
Yeah. I mean, again, they're called public servants, and maybe at one point they were, but now you go there, you get rich, and you forget about why you went there. At least most of them do, but I get a sense you never will. Congressman, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Like, listen, okay, hold on. I was definitely expecting a slightly larger, but I guess like a mutual fund. But hey, listen, I think that's probably the normal average that the average American is probably, able to basically put aside. 11 to 13,000. He put in 11 and he made 13. I like that for him, guys. But I guess the reason why I thought it was going to be more is because of all of the other super rich congressmen and women, guys. I'm telling you, nothing in my head said that was going to be a thing. But yeah, I would definitely agree. I think Warren Buffett also speaks kind of regarding ETFs specifically, guys. Right? He has made the majority of his billions right through ETFs and like Coca-Cola, guys. I mean, and obviously it's Berkshire Hathaway A and B. Right? You've seen A lately, guys? It's crazy. Right, but he's made a lot of money, guys, a lot of money in the stock market, and he definitely preaches ETFs. So I think that's probably the smartest way, to kind of put something aside and just watch it grow. With, I wouldn't say guaranteed returns because obviously the stock market is risky, but you know that there's basically returns if we look back to like the beginning of time. It is always higher every year. So either way, take that how you want to take it, I guess, right? But I definitely respect a congressman who is a normal person financially. I appreciate that, seriously. It means that his motives are not driven exclusively by money. I'm not sure he has the ability to be bought, guys. Right? And I'm telling you, I like that. Make him more famous. But in the meantime, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.